Good afternoon, friends. It's Miss Quast here. I have another selection for you to read today. This is an amazing book. It's actually the companion book to a book called The Bad Seed. It's written by Jory John and illustrated by Pete Oswald. And although this is not an Easter book, it is about eggs, which play a key part in our Easter celebrations. And this is about an egg who has quite a dilemma. He's so worried about what others are doing and how they're acting that it really starts to weigh heavy on him. And so he has to learn the hard way that he can only control what he's doing and his reactions to things. So I hope you enjoy this. The pictures are amazing and it's quite a funny story. And if you haven't read The Bad Seed, who are you? And get that book. The Good Egg by Jory John and Pete Oswald. I like these simple designs right in the beginning here. All of his grocery store friends. The Good Egg. Oh, hello! I was just rescuing this cat. Know why? Because I'm a good egg. A very good egg. It's true. I do all kinds of good things like I'll carry your groceries, I'll water your plants, I'll change your tire. Look at this poor strawberry trying to lift that up. I'll paint your house. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg. I'm not sure that's what the bread was expecting when he asked the egg to paint his house for him. I've always been a good egg. It's been this way from the start, even in my earliest days. Back at the store, farmer's market. There were dozens of us living together under one recycled roof. There was Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelby and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank. The other eggs weren't on their best behavior. They weren't exactly good. They ignored their bedtime. They only ate sugary cereal. They threw tantrums. They cried for no reasons. They broke their stuff on purpose. Yikes. Meanwhile, I tried to take charge. I tried to fix their bad behavior. I tried to keep the peace because I was a good egg, a very good egg. Sometimes it's hard. We can't control other people's behavior. We can only control how we react to it. Nobody seemed to care, though. Every night I was exhausted. My head felt scrambled. Then, one fateful morning, I noticed some cracks in my shell. They were everywhere. So the good egg is becoming so concerned about what other people are doing that he's not taking very good care of himself. And look what they wrote on the back of his shell. That would be bad news for an egg with a delicate little shell. My doctor said it was from all the pressure I was putting on myself, the pressure of making sure everybody was as good as me. I was cracking up, literally. Something had to change. I'd had enough. Oh, look at his x-ray. How will they repair his shell? I told Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelly and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank that I was leaving. I can't be the only good egg in a bad carton, I said. Blah, 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 they replied. I left that night. He looks a bit unsure and nervous. Look at the expression on his face. But he knows it's what's best for him. I wandered from town to town. The hours became days. The days became weeks. I lost track of time. I was alone. He's cracking up, you guys. He's made another dozen eggs and added faces to all of them, but they're only stones. Out there on the road, under the stars, I really tried to focus on myself and what I needed. And that's the most important message from this story, is that you can't control others, but you can really control yourself, and you need to take that time for yourself. I took walks, I read books, I floated in the river, I wrote in my journal. I found simple moments to be quiet. I breathed in, I breathed out. I even started painting. Ooh, still life. For once, I found time for me. And guess what? Little by little, the cracks in my shell started to heal. My head no longer felt scrambled. I started to feel like myself again. Oh, and look at the strength he's able to have with his mind and his body. He feels very zen. So I've made a big decision. I'm returning to my old carton and friends. Besides, I'm kind of lonely out here. This time, I know what I need to do. I'll try not to worry so much. I'll be good to my fellow eggs while also being good to myself. Look at, he's showing them some of the things that he learned on his trip. Here we go. Everybody missed me. I miss them too. Welcome home. Hello, Meg. Howdy, Peg. Hey, Greg. Greetings, Clegg. What's up, Shell? Aloha, Shelby. Hey-oh, Sheldon. Hey, Shelby. Good day, Egbert. What's happening, Frank? Howdy do, other Frank? So they did miss him, didn't they? They're quite excited to see him. Sure. Every once in a while, somebody's still a bit bad, but it's not like before. Here's what I realized. The other eggs aren't perfect, and I don't want to be either. I'm okay with that. So he's giving him permission not to be perfect and to have a little bit of fun. And that's important. Yep, the old carton is back together. We're a solid dozen again. It's good to be home. So that's a really great message in that story, is just to be good to yourself and worry about yourself. And this is especially true when you're home with your family. Treat them with kindness. And the best thing you can do if you don't like the way someone is acting is ignore it and walk away. Hope you enjoyed The Good Egg as much as I enjoyed reading it. Until next time, my friends.